Boxing Truth here. Time is of the essence for Luis Ortiz and his team, Golden Boy Promotions, to find a suitable opponent for his March 5th date, which will be the main headliner for a card at it'll be taking place at the DC Armory in Washington. The co-feature will be Jesse Vargas and Saddam Ali for the WO welterweight title. Right now, Golden Boy are having a hard time finding a respectable opponent for Ortiz's main event fight on HBO for March 5th. They've offered a number of opponents to take the fight with Luis Ortiz. Ortiz has stated to Golden Boy that he's willing to fight any heavyweight out there. Just bring him the opponent. So far, Golden Boy has offered the fight to a number of fighters, just no one's willing to take the fight. He's offered it to Carlos Takam. Obviously, Takam turned it down because he's in the running to fight Anthony Joshua for his fight on April 9. They've offered the fight to Russia's Andrei Fedosov. He won the Boxino tournament on ESPN in 2015, but he also turned down the fight. They simply because they don't feel it's enough time for Andre to prepare for a caliber of fighter Ortiz's level. They've also offered the fight to top ranks heavyweight Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is going through some issues right now, some personal problems. He pulled out of a fight earlier this month when he was scheduled to fight. He had no injury or nothing. He's just having some personal issues that he's dealing with, so he's not fighting. No telling when he will fight again until he gets his issues resolved. And they also offered it to Ortiz's mandatory challenger, Alexander Ustinov. And now Ustinov is willing to fight Ortiz, but he wants more than 5 weeks to prepare for the fight. Also, with the demand of having to travel to the United States, it's just too soon. The promoters don't like it. They don't want it to be rushed. Eventually, they'll get that fight, and also they want to make a deal where the most money is available for the fight. Obviously, Ustinov is co-promoted by Frank Warren, so maybe they could stage the fight in the UK where they'll make Ortiz an offer where there'll be more money on the table. So a lot of negotiations to take place for that mandatory defense, so that's not going to happen. But that fight has to happen on or before June 23rd for that fight, according to the WBA. Also, who was also on the list for Ortiz was Berman Stavern. But, Stavern's promoted by Don King. It's not easy dealing with Don King, especially for a fight where there's not a lot of money on the table. It'll be a major hassle just to deal with King, who's very difficult to negotiate with. So that's not going to happen. Not sure who the opponent is gonna be for Luis Ortiz. Have no idea, and time is running out. The fight's on March 5th. It's less than 6 weeks away. What suitable opponent is going to take that fight against a monster like Ortiz on 6-week notice? It's to be determined. Have no idea who we fight, but I don't expect a world beater, but someone respectable, for an HBO main event. But pickings are slim. People are dropping out, not willing to face Ortiz on such short notice. Ortiz is a hell of a fighter. He stays in the gym all year round, stays in shape. He's a real pro. And I like what Golden Boy's doing. They're keeping him very active. He may be fighting every 2 to 3 months. The guy's always in shape, so there's no problem for Ortiz. He wants to fight. He wants to make up for some lost time. He's going to be 37 years old this year, so time is running out. Golden Boy is going to keep him very active. Possibly he could fight up to 3 or 4 times this year. That would be nice to see some that type of activity for a world-class heavyweight of Ortiz's level. Anyways, I don't know who he's going to fight. Not sure. It's head-scratching who he'll fight, but anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. Who you think Ortiz will fight next? Is there any opponents out there you guys could come up with that you think maybe he will fight on such short notice? This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.